Yo, what is good, YouTube? We are back with another video. If you guys are not in the free Discord, go join it. It is the first link down below. Today's video is going to be going over these times right here, right? These are going to be in Eastern Standard Time, right? New York time. That is what time I use, so that's what we are using here, right? So we're going to be going over how to use these times to define a bias going into the morning, right? Going into the New York open session. Right, so the first thing you want to do is look at what Asia and London has done during these key times, right? Asia session from 8 to 12 Eastern time. I don't know if I said, but these are in Eastern time. London, 2 to 5 a.m. Eastern time. And then if these have not hit a key level, wait for New York Stock Exchange news to drop, right? If we have news on Forex Factory at 8:30, 9:45 or 10, wait for that to drop so then you can get a definitive bias, right? But we're gonna be mainly looking at to see what Asia and London have done in this video so you guys can get a bias, right? So what we want to be looking for is, has Asia and London delivered from a key level for a continuation during New York session? Right, so if Asia from 8 to 12 has delivered into a key level and started a reversal, we are going to be able to use that with London's session and then New York, right? So let me show you guys what I mean by this, right? So you want to make sure that we are hitting a key level at those times, right? So we will go over from all of this price action over, same thing on these two, and show you guys what I mean by this, right? So right here, what do we see, right? Go look at the bottom of my screen so you guys can see what time it is. It is 3 in the morning right here, right? London session, key time, right? So what are we delivering into, right? It doesn't look like anything, but we have an SMT right here, right? So we have an SMT with the ES, and this is actually a 4-hour fair value gap at this high on the NQ and the ES. So this move lower has been sponsored by a higher time frame key level, a higher time frame SMT inside of a 4-hour fair value gap, right? And then we get a change in the state of delivery right here, and you guys can see this candle kind of violated a little, but we shouldn't be violating this high right here. Now, another thing we do is we do get another SMT at this high, which is totally fine, right? We can have a SMT on the overnight high with the ES and NQ, but if we make that, most of the time we won't rerun it, right? So if we respect this SMT, we will not rerun it during the same session, right? So you guys can see we start to fade off, and then we finally get that drop lower, right? So moving on to this day, right? So what do we have throughout here? Well, we have Asia, and then we have London opening up right here, right? 2 a.m., 3 a.m., and what do we notice at 3 a.m.? We dip lower, taking out Asia session lows inside of what? A key level, right? A 1-hour fair value gap, right? So we come into this 1-hour fair value gap at a key time, right? So then what do we have here? Well, it looks, this is an 8 a.m. candle, so this is definitely news, but we come into a key level and deliver higher, right? So we deliver higher, and then you can go into your lower time frame and find an entry on this wick right here, right? This wick right here, this 9 a.m. wick, and then get a continuation trade with this 10 a.m. wick making the high, right? And then afternoon reruns this high of day, and so on and so forth. Okay, so what do we have right here, right? So we have Asia doing what? Dipping into a key level, right? A 1-hour fair value gap, right? So we have a 1-hour fair value gap, and what have we been doing all week, right? We've been running higher, and what are we delivering into? Well, this definitely is a 4-hour fair value gap. So let me go back here so I don't lose my spot. Yeah, 4-hour fair value gap, right? And what time do we hit that key level? 2 a.m. to 5 a.m., right? 3 a.m. makes the high, right? So we have a CRT in play here, right? Run that, and then we could come down here possibly and run this candle's low, right? So as you guys see, we obviously do, but is this a valid high of day? Yes, it is, because it happened at a key time. 4-hour fair value gap at a key time, right? And then you guys can see, definitely could have found an entry within here. This is probably a 15-minute fair value gap. It's a 15-minute order block. Sweep this high, order block, tap the order block, fall off, 15-minute imbalance. And then you guys can find your entry on the 1-minute chart right here, right there. You can find an entry within here, so we can then continue to run lower, right? So you guys see how we, okay, so why weren't we bullish here? Let's go over that, right? 2 a.m. to 5 a.m. Would it make sense for the low to be made right here and then New York continue higher? Yes, it very well could have, but what would make more sense? A 4-hour bearish fair value gap. It is the middle of the week. We have been trending up during the overnight session. We take the high of the 2 a.m. candle, creating high of day at 3 a.m. inside of a 4-hour fair value gap. Why would the 5 a.m. candle, right? And 5 a.m., by the way, is the end of London kill zone. So as soon as 5 a.m. hits right here, doesn't really matter what we do afterwards until New York opens, right? So if this happened at 4 a.m., right, if we respected this during 4 a.m., sure, maybe we could have continued higher, but always make the probabilities play out, right? This would make more sense. CRT right here on this candle, take it down to here, and then wait for later in the session when you can get a lower time frame entry, right? So let's do one more example here on this chart. 4 p.m. All right, so what do we have here, right? Delivery into a 1-hour fair value gap, right? This is definitely a 4-hour as well. And then we grind higher. What happens here? 10 p.m. Asia taps into a key level, continues higher. 2 a.m. comes down. Does it tap into that fair value gap? No, but we do have this down close candle here, right? So we come down, tap this down close, continue up. What's 7 a.m. do? Taps into a fair value gap. Oops. Fair value gap. And then we continue higher, right? So you get your bias right there. And then 10 a.m. you could even get another entry. 1-hour fair value gap, continuation trade, right? So you guys see how we are forming our bias from these overnight highs, lows being formed during Asia and London. If they are delivering from a key level, right, 4-hour, and then we get a reversal, right? You don't always have to trade the, like you don't have to get your entry in right here. You can get your entry in somewhere in here, somewhere in here, somewhere right here, right? You don't have to trade the full-on reversal, right? Just get a confirmation, right? Even if you waited for this right here, right? CISD right here, this candle comes up, lower time frame fair value gaps, delivers us lower, right? You can do that too. Okay, so let's move on to this. All right, let's do, I think I want to do from here over, right? Even though there's not that many examples, it is what it, oh, but this is why I wanted to do it. Okay, right? So what do we have right here, right? 4 in the morning, key time, right? What do we have up here? 11 p.m. taking out this high, taking out these highs. But what do we want to see during 2 to 5? Another key level being hit, right? What holds more weight, Asia or London? London does, right? So if London starts a reversal, you should play off of the London reversal, right? But what do we do right here at 4 a.m.? Sweep out an old low, start to get a reversal. This is going to be your lower time frame entries within these wicks, right? This is why it's low of day. And then we have a reversal during New York session, right? If we just go down to the 15-minute chart, what do we have here? Change in delivery, right? CISD sweeps that low, change in the state of delivery, taps 8:30. This is definitely a news candle. 8:30, ugly news candle, taps the CISD, creates a fair value gap. 9:30 opens up, we tap into it. This is actually really gross price action, but either way, it still works out, right? You can find your entry on the 1-minute chart within here, right? Within this wick right here. Boom. Right? Now, the reason I wanted to go over this is because right here, right? 2 in the morning, okay? London kill zone, right? London kill zone, and it's a Friday. What have we been doing all week? Monday made low of week, and we continued higher the entire week, right? We take out a high, right? Sweep out a high at 2 in the morning. Sorry. 2 in the morning. What's 12 a.m. do? Well, 12 a.m. is the end of Asia session, so we don't really care about it. 2 in the morning, sorry, I keep messing that up and saying 5. 2 in the morning comes up, sweeps out a high. What do we do after we hit external? Return to internal, right? So a fair value gap. Now, how do you get your bias to flip from bearish at this key time, right? We did take out a high at a key time and then look like we were starting a reversal. How do you flip your bias like this? Okay? What time does this tap into here? 6 in the morning, right? Now, this is the only way I will use the 6 a.m. candle. If we open lower and tap into a key level, why am I using the 6 a.m. candle? It's a new 6-hour candle, right? 6 in the morning. It's a new 4-hour candle, right? 6 in the morning, right? And then 10 a.m. is the next candle, right? If we look on the 4-hour chart, does this look like a clean high? No, right? Doesn't look like a clean high. What do we have right here? 4-hour fair value gap. 6 in the morning opens up, new hourly candle across the board. 6, 4, it's even a 12-hour candle, I'm pretty sure. Opens lower, key level, starts a reversal, right? That's whenever you go to your lower time frame, like the 5-minute, and start getting your structure validated, right? Or the 5-minute, sorry, I thought I was on the 5. I was on the 15, right? Right here's that 4-hour fair value gap. What happens here? Change in state of delivery, taps it, fair value gap. It even comes down one more time, taps, continues higher, and then 9:30 opens up right here. We get a SMT. Boom, SMT. Displacement higher, fair value gap, continue, right? Take out the buy side. That is how you flip your bias from bearish to bullish, right? No matter what, we have low resistance liquidity here, but this should be a protected low because of the 4-hour fair value gap, the higher time frame key level. The key levels tell you what you want to see, right? The key levels tell you your bias, right? This right here, it could be the high of day, right? It could be, but what makes more sense? Tap into a key level, clear displacement higher above down close candles with a fair value gap, breaker, unicorn, change in delivery, fair value gap, everything that you could ask for right here, right? That's whenever you flip your bias, right? Now, I did try shorts on this day after taking this high, right? If you didn't see that video, go watch it. It's my last upload, right? Why? And I don't know if I explained why I waited for this high, right? But that's just how, like, you can tell if we are going to be going to that high, right? How did I figure that out? 4-hour fair value gap, 6-hour open, right? 6-hour open, opens lower, take out this high. Then I looked for shorts right here. Took a short here, waited, took it off down here because I was sick of this price action, to be honest with you. Now let's move on. Right, now we're going to be going over this price action. All right, so we'll start right, I don't know, bro. Actually there was an SMT there, so we're not going to go over that. We'll start right here, I guess. We'll go over all these, right? What time is it? 5 in the morning. Key time? No, it's the end of the London kill zone, right? What happened here? 9 p.m. Asia. Did we deliver from a key level? No, we didn't. So, I guess we did, but not really clean because there's nothing here. So what do we do during New York session? We take Asia low and then have a reversal, right? That's why I picked this one, because this is a good example of 5 in the morning, cut off of London kill zone, right? Doesn't matter that we took this high, right? We come down, take Asia low because we didn't deliver from a key level, sweep the low, reversal. Find your entry within here, right? 9 in the morning. This is a 9:30 Judas, reversal, 10 continue, and then we actually continue all day, and I'm pretty sure this was a very volatile move. Yeah, for almost 500 points. So, yeah. Now, what happens here? Key level? Yeah, right? This is a fair value gap, right? Well, it's a new day open, or new week. No, it is, yeah, new week opening gap, but this is just the, we can just call it a gap. What time do we hit it? 3 in the morning, right? Take out a high into a fair value gap at 3 in the morning, right? What did Asia do? Didn't deliver from a key level at a key time. London taps into a key level at a key time. What happens during New York? Reversal, right? London starts a reversal. New York continues the reversal. What do we deliver into? A fair value gap, right? Imbalance. Then we have the reversal, right? But we're probably not going to take this high during the same session. Sorry. Why? Because it wouldn't make sense to come the whole way down here and then rerun the high, right? It just wouldn't. Okay? Now, the next day. Ooh, this one. Okay. Here we go. Right? What happens right here? Sweep out a high. What time? 3 in the morning. 3 in the morning. What did Asia do? Nothing. Actually, literally nothing. Displacement higher, comes into a fair value gap at 2 in the morning, takes out the high at 3 in the morning, right? So what are you going to do in this situation? Right? 2 in the morning hit a key level. 3 in the morning took out, what is this, previous day high? Wednesday, Thursday, yeah. Took out previous day high, right? You can pretty much guarantee that this is going to be a seek and destroy day, right? 9 a.m. opens up, takes out 3 a.m. high, displacement lower, come back into the range, and we didn't run the high of day during the same session. But you can pretty much guarantee that this is going to be a seek and destroy day if we have delivered from a key level from both sides, and then 9 a.m. opens up, takes out the overnight high, right? It is pretty much guaranteed that we will be having seek and destroy, right? And that's pretty much what happened here. We open up, take out the high, huge move lower, back up into the range, right? It is what it is. Some days are going to be like that, right? And if we go down to the lower time frame, you can pretty much see, right? 15-minute never hit a key level until right here at 11:45 in the morning. Comes down, hits this key, like it's seek and destroy conditions, right? 5-minute straight up, straight down, tap here, continue, kind of chop around a little bit, continue, come back. Like, dude, don't really want to be trading that, but you can. Obviously, you can catch nice moves in that, right? Now let's go to the next day for the last example. Right? Whoa. Maybe we'll do this day as well. Okay. So this day, right? What have we been doing all week? Monday made low of week, right? Monday comes down at 5 in the morning. Reversal, trending up the entire week. So what does Friday like to do if we have trended up the entirety of the week? It likes to close back inside of the range, right? It likes to close back inside the range, but we can still find an entry if we were delivering from key levels, right? So what happens here? 11 p.m. key level, a fair value gap, right? Sponsors a new move higher. 3 a.m. this fair value gap sponsors a move higher at a key time. What happens here? 8 a.m. 9 a.m. We take this low, right? We don't have to take this low, right? For the time being, we don't need to take this low because this has been sponsored to make a move higher, right? So we don't need to take this low yet. Now, 9 a.m. opens up, takes the 8 a.m. low, and then continues higher, right? Now, what does lunch session like to do? Reverse or continue, right? Where are we going to go higher, right? Where are we going to go? My lip. Right? Friday likes to close back inside of the range. So you can think that this is going to be the high of day, right? Obviously, we don't know. 12 a.m. or 12 p.m. could come back up and take this high, right? But if we go to the 4 hour, once we start coming back inside this candle's range, what time does that happen? Right here, right? If we go to the 15, starts to make more sense, huh? 15, change in delivery, right here, taps into a fair value gap, takes this candle's high, find an entry on this candle here, right? That is how you will find a reversal on a Friday, right? If we have continued the move higher the entirety of the week, Friday likes to close back inside the range. Now, if you go watch my last video, that is why I tried to short, right? Now, let's look at this day. I'm kind of intrigued, right? Huge gap down. Was a move. Yeah, I mean, this is kind of just weird. Oh, we come down into here. Is this a no wick? Open. Low. Oh, this is a no wick. Oh, 3 a.m. has a no wick candle. 10 a.m. opens up lower, takes out this, then continues higher. Alright, I guess this is kind of just a stupid day. Oh, nice. That would have been a nice short right here. Change in delivery after taking out these highs. Fair value gap. Short. Stop. Boom. Would have. Oh, dude, I do remember this day. Never mind. I'm ending the video here because this is making me mad. Okay, that's gonna be it for the video. If you guys enjoyed, drop a like. See you guys in another video. Peace.